I just drove home from class, first day back after the holidays, and I encountered all the students in the class except for the one who's mean to me the most, talking about me behind my back too much. They all will, doesn't matter. Nothing you can do about it. But they said, "Oh, your hair looks fantastic. What did you do?" I said, "Comb over." I'm getting to thinking that maybe that whole idea that I keep telling you about going overseas for 2 months and all that stuff, you have to bite the bullet sooner or later. If you were very bald with some people you see often, and then you're suddenly not, they'll notice either way. Imagine changing your name. I'm not Barry anymore. No, I'm Phil or something, right? Phil going, "Hey Barry," not answering. "Phil, okay, what do you want?" See, you just trick them, or you just over time, you just got to make a revolution. Like, what about that lady who used to be a man? The Olympic athlete lady, right? Are you my dad? Are you my mom? What are you? Yeah, I'm always going to be your dad, but I'm always going to be your dad, but from now on, I'm carrying a handbag. I have a vagina. So that guy's got it. Lady's got it worse than this, right? Have some balls, as she wouldn't say. So what I'm saying though, have some balls. Just maybe bite the bullet. Maybe a week though, a little buffer. Like, oh, I've been reading the newspaper, the Twin Towers have been blown up or whatever. And now lots of things have been happening that doesn't involve my mind thinking about your head, right? My daughter just had another child, and now your head's got a bit more hair in it. Oh well. I mean, you're not the center of people's lives, so, and your family would probably just go, "Oh wow, what have you done? Amazing! This looks so good. Well done." I just didn't think that technology would ever come in our lifetimes. You look 10 years younger. It's amazing. Right? Something like that. I don't know. These people are not important enough to me, even though I've been ridiculed by them in the past and so on. It gave me a palpitation a bit, but now I'm thinking, fuck it. So I turned up to school like this. I gave a big presentation. I carried a big box in, did the big projection of my documentary. They never said anything like that before. Everyone had just been reading up. And then he did this, and then he did this, and then he did this. Next character, right? I made a documentary. It's like cinematic and shit. And I bought the projector and watched the movie. Animal Kingdom. You should watch that. It's an Australian film. Very good. Somebody said it was their third favourite film. Quentin Tarantino. His third favourite movie of all time. It's an Australian film. And now they're making a TV series about it, using American characters. I might watch that on Netflix. Actually, that's probably something to do now. Because you get home, I've got to come home every night. I get up at 5:30, and then I have to go to school. And then I've got to take sleeping tablets, go to bed, and get up early for the next morning. Because when I left home today, it was already dark, and now the sun's already set, and it'll be dark in a second again. So it's weird for me to just spend the entire day in that classroom, and then just it's time to go to bed. So, well, it's alright. People who work all the time do that sort of stuff, so being a student should be the same thing. Also, trying to get up cigarettes, because I stink all the time. Ashtrays everywhere around me, throwing cigarette butts on the floor in the car and shit. I pinch them out. I pinch the ash out. I don't send a lit cigarette on the ground. But this is better. They don't smell bad. It smells like candy to other people. You just put the e-juice in the canister. If you're a smoker, don't bother with this shit if you're not a smoker. Don't start getting addicted to nicotine. And then I've been doing this all day long without smoking a single cigarette. And with the hair, the documentary, and the quitting of smoking, and now with my inversion table to fix my back, also called a gravity table. You lock your ankles and you spin upside down. It's fucking great. I think it's fixed me already. I was getting, I've got a prolapse disc in one of my lower vertebrae, between two of my vertebrae down the bottom, between my sacrum and the one above it, I think. Maybe another one higher up or whatever. But you're going to keep them fluffy and the jelly-like substance nice and squishy. And the more you walk and the more you put weight on it, you just, you're making yourself shorter basically. And I think I've lost a couple of centimeters of height, which is fucked. I think this thing will get me back to my true height again. Because I was proud to be 6 foot and I was 5'11" or something. It's like, fuck off. No. It's just when they measured me at the doctor's once, I was like, what the fuck's this? I'm higher than that. I thought, did I always measure my height with shoes? So basically, it's all come full circle for me to tell you these. I tell you stories about my own self, not because I want you to be interested in me. Oh yeah, what did he do next? Oh yeah, cool, nice. Like fucking... No, I would expect my stories to relate to you in some way or another. And this example of having to go on holidays for a while before you put your hair on, if you're suddenly bald and then if you're bald and then you suddenly got a full head of hair, you got to trick people. It would probably be better if you did that kind of thing to trick them properly. But like you saw in my previous video, I decided on this length after being completely bald, and it's only been 1 month, and hair does not grow that fucking long in 1 month. As for the shine, I didn't look in the mirror at all today really, but it was not very hot. I was sweating at some point, so hopefully that didn't shine through. Nobody seemed to be staring. They'd had other things going on in their month away, so they were concerned with their own stuff. So everything I did to do was right, didn't tell any stupid dad-type jokes to these young people. I slipped a couple out. But, yeah, I kept my mouth shut most of the time, just tried to blend in. And the girl I did a scene with, totally fucking hot. She looks like Jean Triplehorn from Basic Instinct and Waterworld. That's basically who I did a scene with today. So, I was happy to have a full head of hair while dealing with her. Though I'm just about to turn 41 and she's 24, so not going to happen. I'm almost the inverse of her age. I think I'm probably going to look for 30 plus. 10 years is still, it's probably the outer limits. If I become a parent... See, a man can become a parent at any age, it's fine. It's just, do you want to try to have a conversation with somebody who's much younger than you? I know women are more mature than men, so it kind of equals itself out a bit. But I did have a relationship once with a girl who was 19 when I was 32, and that was... We couldn't have a conversation. She was a teenager, like, what the fuck? Talk about Power Rangers or some shit. No, she wasn't interested in that, but, you know, young people shit. Big wow moments for her were like, meh, I don't give a shit. So, yeah. It would be nice to have a girl, and I would not have tried to find a girlfriend with my head the way it was. Looking like an egg, basically. I was starting to become accustomed to it and going, okay, this is the way I look. And in the mirror, front on, it looks kind of fine, but then you look at photographs of yourself, and I think a lot of the factor comes from being too fat. Like, you don't want to go hunting for a spouse, or whatever you want to call it, a partner, when you're overweight. This is who I am, and people should just accept me for my inside beauty. Fuck off. I think it would be quite easy to pull a fat chick. Nearly any guy. As long as he wasn't an asshole and abusive, you could probably... Like, the girls have such low self-esteem, and they're like, oh, why doesn't anybody love me? Oh, no, 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 no. Of course, it's a vicious cycle, right? And it's not catch-22. And I give you the Castaway example. You know when Tom Hanks is stuck on that island, and the waves just keep crashing him back to shore, and he thinks that the plane might eventually see his help me sign. And Wilson doesn't seem to give a shit. So he's got to build a raft with some crank that pulls up the mast at the last second to bash through those waves he hasn't been escaped through. What it means is you've got to go to extra effort in the beginning, and then it's smooth sailing from there. Not that he knows where land's going to be anywhere else, but he takes a few coconuts with him. Luckily, he's discovered by a ship when he's on his last legs. Hopefully you can plan a bit better than that if you have a bit more resources. But what I'm saying is, Catch-22 is not always like a wall. There's no point in trying. You can try harder and get through the fucking wall. So try harder. Don't be fat. Don't be bald. Wear nice clothes. Don't stink. Don't stare at girls if you're a guy. Don't say, oh, she's hot. You've basically got to not approach, I don't know, I guess I'm not talking to people from Latino countries because you guys are like, yeah, baby, come on, let's go, fuck. I don't know. It seems that way. I think that's, Carnival and all that shit. Oh, you want to make out? Okay, let's go. Right? Great, I'd love to go there for a holiday. It's making out with how many tongues would be in her mouth? It's the best thing, sex is the best thing in the world, really, but kind of love is better. Making love, that's got to be the best. Being in love feels amazing. It doesn't have to last for just 6 months honeymoon period before you become, I feel claustrophobic now. Pick somebody who likes the same things you do, so you don't have to stop being yourself. That's a very hard thing to do. I mean, what chick likes playing computer games all day long and smoking bongs? Probably not many. And probably not good for you to live that way either. Just... Okay, change a bit. Let the girl change you a bit, or change for her as well, because you don't want to be, you don't want to be yourself, because you suck. Change, for fuck's sake. But don't change to be pussy whipped and start getting interested in wallpaper and shit, because that's just gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, I'm just saying, okay, so yeah, I haven't even addressed the gay issue. You probably have the best time finding a partner because it's easy to find a guy who likes other guy stuff. So, paradise, if you're gay, it's easy. But men are from Mars and women are from Venus, so you got to try and figure out a way to translate everything that's going on. And if you're a woman, I have no idea what to tell you. Guys are all assholes. Hermaphrodites, don't know how to address that issue. Just go fuck yourself. I would. I'd fuck myself every day if I was a hermaphrodite. Fuck, man, it'd be awesome. Like bacteria. Mitosis. Which one is sexual? Mitosis or meiosis? Cell division. I don't think you need to cell... You wouldn't like cell divide, would you? You make yourself pregnant when you're a hermaphrodite? You'd need pussy, balls, and a dick. I don't know if you get 3. I think you only get 2. You're not going to get balls and a uterus, are you? That'd be pretty entertaining. Even if your dick couldn't bend around because you were too hard when you were... Well, you get stuck as well, wouldn't you? Imagine that. People are like, why are you walking like that? It's like, oh, I tried to go fuck myself because that guy said to go fuck myself. And so I'm doing it. And now... I'm pregnant. Now what are you going to do? You know, I've heard that flowers create petals and things so that the pollen from the flower actually gets spread around, and they have different devices to carry on the wind and so on. So that their seeds are not, well, their pollen is not germinating with the same, what's the opposite of pollen? Pollen's like sperm, right? And then there's like eggs in flowers. Is that how it works? I'm sure one of you guys would know. Like there's I've seen actually a video of somebody whacking off a flower, a big flower. They whack it off and it releases pollen. And then they just sprinkle that pollen in a different flower. Because you don't want the same flowers in the same family to be interbreeding. You want cross-pollination. Because they stand a better chance of not carrying on the inferior genes or having Mongol kids or something. So the flowers aren't like... But, you know, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, the flowers won't be very fruitful if they've got disabilities. So what I'm saying is, when somebody says, if you're a hermaphrodite, go fuck yourself, probably best if you pull out before you come. because you don't want to be having some little two-headed version of yourself flopping around all around behind you, just following you around like a jellyfish thing. It's very serious. Very much try to avoid that. Same with brother, sister. Not as bad, obviously, because two different people. Still bad though, I'd say. More taboo than this, perhaps. But what I think I'm saying overall is just realize that your life is going to be better with hair. Give it a week, at least, maybe a month or two if you can. Come back and do it. Have a full head of hair when you return. But it's going to be a big day for you no matter what. But people aren't going to care that much, so people complimenting my hair, I don't know if they were sniggering behind my back. What's he wearing, a hairpiece or something? What's going on there? Don't give a fuck anyway. Because, my heart is covered in steel and it will not let emotions in. Not good as an actor though. I will open it up and let them out. And while it's open, they just go, ha ha ha, you're stupid because you're wearing a fucking hairpiece. And I go, well, you're bald now just because I don't want to upset you. Fuck off. Now, this is me. I have to live with that reflection. It's not just a reflection. It's not just when you're looking in your mirror that you're aware of yourself. You're aware of yourself anytime you're in public. When you're at home whacking off and eating nachos and they're all dribbling down on your chest and shit, you don't give a fuck. But in public, you generally do. It's very disconcerting, and you can become agoraphobic, like I was for many years when I was balding. It was terrible. And then I had to come out of the closet to my family. And I'm not joking. This is not different from being gay. It's very similar. There are more gay men than men who wear hair, I'd say. So, the more minority it is, the more ridiculed you're allowed to be from others, I guess. Yeah, you're an individual, therefore you're a loser. Well, I was bald and I didn't like it, so I got a full head of hair. The technology exists, why the fuck wouldn't I? Just stare them down. Except don't stare like that. Why wouldn't I to the girl you're in love with? Probably best if you choose a flower from a different bouquet. So that she's never seen you bald before. But even if you did get intimate and she's like, oh, you're so beautiful, I love you, oh, you've got such lovely hips. What the hell's going on here? Say, listen, darling. You know those fake eyelashes you were wearing the other day at that party? Yeah? You didn't like them? No, I love them. You look so beautiful. Do I look beautiful? Yeah, you look so beautiful, and I especially love your hair. Well, the thing about the hair is, yeah, a bit like those eyelashes. Blue's a bit stronger because it needs to support the weight of all of this, but alright, also, yeah, when the phone rings, it cuts off the video. Alright, so if your bags are hanging out your eyes and your hair's messy or whatever, fix it, get some sleep, take sleeping tablets if you need to. There is a little blue amethylous flake thing. Look, I don't know what it's called. If you want to know, ask me, I'll tell you. The doctor's given it to me because I was taking temazepam, a sleeping tablet. You can't take them all the time because you get addicted, just like nicotine. But these ones you can take every day. They're like some sort of antidepressant, but it's only 1/100th of the dosage, but it's got the after effect of making you drowsy. So I take 2 of those 3 nights a week, basically. That's how I can get the bags.
Their names,
yeah. I'm tired. But today, I was glad to fucking just go in there, face the music, and let it be known that from this day forward, I have hair. I'm not going back. Oh, I have this terrible disease that in summertime all my hair falls out. Oh, I was in a play and I had to shave my head and now I just grew it back because I didn't need it anymore. Bullshit. You thinning, receding cunt. I didn't make it up any bullshit, except for the fact that it's come over. They were like, have you seen Arrested Development? Is that what it is? No, I was thinking more of, what's that one with Larry David? Yeah, the writer of Seinfeld. He's got this show, it's fucking awesome. My favourite shows. I'll remember it after this video is finished, and you can write it in the comments if you feel like it, but it's so good. You know, when he doubts somebody's telling the truth. Anyway, I was going to try and reenact that, but you might not relate. Anyway, if you do relate, I'd say watch some more of whatever that show's called, because I can't remember. If you just type in Larry David into YouTube, you'll find it. It's fucking awesome. Not Arrested Development. It's too tired to remember.